Okay children, now we are going to learn what are the main steps involved in the plant breeding program. The first one is collection of variability. Second step is evaluation and selection of the parents. Third step is cross hybridization among the selected parents. And fourth one is selection of superior recombinants or superior hybrids. And last step of the plant breeding program is testing, release and commercialization of new cultivar. New cultivar means the new hybrid what we developed by this program. Let us see one by one what are the techniques, what are the steps of this plant breeding program. For before going to that, what are the characters that a plant breeder want to incorporate in a new plant, what he want to produce with the desirable characters. So let us see what are those characters a plant breeder want to incorporate in the new hybrid means. First one is improved quality and increased quantity. Improved quality and increased quantitative production of the crop. Second one is resistance to disease causing organisms. And third trait he want to incorporate is tolerance to environmental stresses. Tolerance to environmental stresses like high temperature, drought condition, high saline condition, all are these the characters what he want to incorporate. And fourth one is increased tolerance to pests. So these are all the characters a plant breeder want to incorporate in the plant, new plant what he want to develop. Then from where he will get all these characters means he will collect all these characters coding genes from different varieties, and those all comes under the first step called as collection of variability. Let us see what is the first step in the plant breeding, collection of variability children. Right. So first we are going to learn about the first step of this plant breeding program, collection of variability, and what is the root of the plant breeding program means it is nothing but genetic variability. We can say that genetic variability is the main root for all the plant breeding programs. So what is meant by genetic variability means combination of new genes which incorporate the new characters or new traits in the existing cultivated varieties, and that will come under collection of variability. So collection of variability means collection of all diverse alleles of all genes. Here you have to know these two words. A gene is a part of DNA which code for one character, and similarly the different forms of a gene is called as alleles. So a character contains many traits. For example, height is a character of the organism. In height many traits are there. We can say tall, dwarf, like that. So a gene is a part of DNA which codes for one character, let us say it is height, and the different forms of genes are called as alleles. Alleles are the different forms, alternate forms of genes which will control the different traits of a character. Now are you clear children? Okay. So collection of all diverse alleles that are present for a gene which are for a crop plant, for a plant. So for a plant character which is controlled by a gene, what are the possible alleles present in the nature? We have to collect them. In what form we have to collect them? We have to collect them in the form of plant materials like buds, cuttings, seeds. So all these are different plant materials which are useful for the propagation of the new progeny. So collection of these material which are having all the possible alleles of all genes for a crop and preserving them in the low temperatures is called as germ plasm collection. So, it is the main point. Remember this, children, what is meant by germ plasm collection? Germ plasm collection means, so in the collection of variability you have to remember the word germ plasm collection. So what is germ plasm collection? Collecting all the diverse alleles for the genes for a crop plant in the form of seeds, buds, bulbils and propagules, and this is called a germ plasm collection. And after the collection, all these materials are preserved at low temperatures, For what purpose? So in the future, when we want any character, we can select any material which is having the desirable character, we can use them for the next step of the plant breeding. That is the main essence of the collection of variability, and this step is considered as the prerequisite for plant breeding program. Remember children, this is very important in the objective say. So germ plasm collection means collection of all diverse alleles of all genes for a crop in the form of seeds, plant material like propagules, buds, bulbils, and preserving them at low temperature. It is considered as the prerequisite for the plant breeding program, and this step is called as collection of variability, which is the first step of plant breeding program. And now we are going to learn about the next step, which is called as evaluation and selection of the parents. Okay, now we are going to continue this in the next session, that is evaluation and selection of parents and the other steps of the plant breeding program, children. Right? మాది వంటలో ప్రొడ్యూస్ అవుతుంది, చైతన్య వాళ్ళదేమో రాజ్ న్యూస్లో ఎప్పుడో మాది 3 days అయింది మాది స్టార్ట్ అయ్యి. Okay students, so in the last session we learned what are the steps involved in the plant breeding program. There we completed with the first step, that is collection of variability, where we collect different alleles from all the wild, local and cultivated varieties and preserved in the low temperatures. And now how to select the parents? Here parents means they should be pure lines. Parents. Okay, so from the material what we collected already, we have to select the parents, and those parents must have the characters what we desire to get in the new plant. For example, from the material what we collected in the first step, we selected at least 2 parents. 2 parents we selected. In that, one is acting as male parent and the other is acting as female parent. So we have to select at least 2 parents with desirable characters, and some of the plants are acting as male parent and other plants are acting as female parent. If the plants are unisexual, it is very advisable for this program. Why it is advisable? Let us see in the next step. Right. And these parents, for example, we selected a parent. One parent, first parent is having high protein content. High protein content is the quality of first parent, what we selected as male parent, and the other parent is female parent. Let's think it is having a desirable property, that is disease resistance. So one parent with high protein content is selected as male parent, and other parent which is having disease resistance is selected as female parent. Now we want both of these characters in a single plant, what we are calling that is hybrid. And to produce this hybrid, first of all we have to make the parents as pure lines. What is a pure line? A pure lines are the offspring which are developed from a parent, from a single parent, by continuous inbreeding programs. So pure line means the progeny developed from a single parent by continuous inbreeding program. for several generations. Inbreeding means for plants it is nothing but self-pollination. By continuous self-pollination for several generations, if you produce a progeny and those progeny are having homozygosity, homozygous. Homozygous means having same alleles for that character. So, they are homozygous for the character what we selected. They are homozygous for the desirable character what we selected in the plants. So, this is called, these are called as pure lines. They are also called as inbreeding lines, children. Okay. Now, we produce two different plants and one plant is homozygous for high protein content and the other plant is having homozygosity for the disease resistant character. And now, these plants are crossed. And if these plants are bisexual, the hybridization or crossing these two plants will consist of 3 steps. What are those 3 steps? Let us see. So, this cross hybridization between the two different parents which are genetically variable, it involves mainly 3 steps. What are those? Emasculation, second one is bagging, third one is rebagging. Emasculation, bagging and rebagging. What is meant by emasculation? Nothing but removal of stamens. Removal of stamens from the flowers of female parent. Removal of stamens from the flowers of female parent is called as emasculation. Remember the children, we have to remove the stamens of the flowers of female parent only. Why? For what sake? Means to avoid the contamination of the other non-unwanted pollen grains and also to avoid the self-pollination. So, why we have to carry this emasculation means to avoid the self-pollination and also contamination with undesired pollen. Contamination with undesired pollen. So, that is the main process, emasculation, and emasculation cannot be done with any techniques or any instruments. It should be done manually by keeping the labor only. So, emasculation costs too much in the process of hybridization, and suppose if the plants are unisexual, then no need of emasculation. Remember the children, in unisexual plants no need of emasculation. Emasculation is not necessary in the unisexual plant. So, that's why I said already, if the selected plants are unisexual, it is advisable for the hybridization, right? Okay. So, next we are going to learn about bagging. Yes. What is meant by bagging? Let us see. Bagging means covering the stigmas of female flowers with butter paper cups. So, bagging means covering the stigmas of female flowers with butter paper cups. So, why this process has to be carried? It is also to avoid the contamination with the other foreign pollen grains, because strictly here we want to cross the female flowers with the desired male flowers only to get the new desirable characters combinations in the hybrids. Okay. So, bagging is done only for the female flowers but not for the male flowers, right children? Okay. Now, after bagging we have to wait till the flowers will come to receptivity, means we should know the timing of maturation of the flowers also. So, once the flowers attain the maturity, we have to transfer the pollen grains from the selected male parent to the stigma of female parent. Okay. Now, the next step of this hybridization is transfer of pollen grains. Transfer of pollen grains from selected male flowers to stigmas of selected female flowers. Here very gently they collect the pollen grains of the male flowers on cotton balls or cotton cloth balls, and they transfer those pollen grains, smear gently over to the stigmas of the female flowers. That means here we are helping in the cross pollination. So once this process is completed, then we have to go for the next step, that is called as rebagging. So rebagging means it is after the crossing, means after the transfer of pollen grains from the male flowers to the female flowers. Once this transfer is completed, then we have to go for the rebagging. Rebagging means again we have to cover the stigmas of female flowers with the same butter paper cups. Why this process? Also to avoid the contamination with the other foreign pollen grains only. So all these steps what we are taking is to avoid self-pollination and contamination with the foreign pollen grains. Strictly we want to cross the selected parents only here. So once this process is completed, then pollination is over, then it leads to ultimately fertilization, and we have to wait till the stigmas are completely developed and ovary will mature to fruit and ovules will convert into seed. And this is a complex and very tedious process in the plant breeding program. So hence this second step is considered as, it is considered as a complex and tedious process in the plant breeding program. Right children? Okay. Now second step is completed. The third step, that is cross hybridization. Already we learned here. So in this step, hybridization is completed. We cross the both plants after production of the pure lines. Here male plant with high protein content is crossed with female plant which is having disease resistance. Okay. So in the third step, cross hybridization, already we selected the parents, pure lines in the second step, and those plants are after three mechanisms: emasculation, bagging and rebagging. The both plants are crossed and they produce new plants which are called as hybrids, and these are, because they are produced by combination of two different parents, they have different combination of desirable characters. We cannot say that all the hybrids, all the plants produced in this cross, they are not having the desirable combinations. Very few of them are having the desirable combination. What is the desirable combination? High protein content and disease resistance. They are present in very few of the progeny. We can say that 1 or 2 plants among 1000 plants will have these desirable combinations. Then the next step will come to the come here, that is how to select that superior recombinants which are having both of our desirable characters in the produced progeny after the cross hybridization of the selected parents children. Okay. Now before going to learn about the fourth step of the plant breeding, let us see what are the different types of hybridizations. Different types of hybridizations we are going to learn. Types of hybridizations. Here, based upon the plants we are selecting, we can divide them into 3 types. They are interspecific, intraspecific or intervarietal. Second one is interspecific or intrageneric, and third one is intrageneric. So based upon the type of the plants we selected, we can divide the hybridization into 3 types: intraspecific or intervarietal, interspecific or intrageneric, and third one is intrageneric. If a cross is made between 2 different varieties of the same species. Listen here. So if a cross made between 2 different varieties of the same species, it is called as intraspecific or intervarietal. For example, maize. Gia maize. In Gia maize, two different varieties are crossed to produce the hybrids. For example, Ganga and Ranjit varieties of maize are best example of intervarietal or intraspecific hybrids. Right, children? Then interspecific or intrageneric. If a cross made between two plants of different species but same genus, different species but same genus is called as interspecific or intrageneric. Example, rice variety ADT 37. A rice variety ADT 37 is between Oryza indica, a hybrid made between by crossing two different plants, Oryza indica and Oryza japonica. Oryza indica and Oryza japonica. So, same genus but two different species here, children. Hence, it is called as intrageneric or interspecific. Example, rice variety ADT 37. Similar, let us see intergeneric. Third one is intergeneric. In intergeneric, two different plants of two different genera are crossed. The best example for this is triticale. Triticale is a common breed which is developed by crossing wheat and rye. Two different genera. Similarly, Raphanobrassicus is also an example of intergeneric hybrid which is developed by crossing radish and cabbage. So, these are the best examples of intergeneric hybrids. Okay, children. So, like this, different types of hybridization may be carried and it is different based upon the plants what we are selecting for our process. Right? And now we are going to learn about the next step, selection of superior recombinants. Okay, children? Okay, children. So, now we are going to next step, that is the selection of superior recombinants. It is a very crucial step, children. So, it is considered as a very crucial step. A very crucial step in the process of plant breeding, because here it requires scientific evaluation. It requires scientific evaluation. So, here already we crossed the two selected parents and they developed certain progeny. For example, let us think they produce about 1000 number of seeds. 1000 number of seeds. Do all the 1000 number of seeds contain whatever the desired characters which are selected for the parents? No. Out of the 1000, only one or two only having the combination of the desired characters that we want to bring in one plant. What are those desired? For example, we selected in the previous class, that is high protein content and disease resistance present in two different plants. They should be present in the single plant. And for this, we should go very carefully how to select those plants among the 1000 offspring, which plants are having our combinations. That's why this step is considered as very crucial step and it requires scientific evaluation. And basically, by developing these seeds in a institute and observing the characters of these plants, those two plants are selected on the scientific evaluation. And now those two plants are called as hybrid plants or superior recombinants. They are called as hybrid plants or superior recombinants. Why they are called superior recombinants, children? Because these are superior to their parents. Because they are superior to their parents, the superiority of these hybrids over to their parents is called hybrid vigor or heterosis. Remember children, very important. So the superiority of the hybrid plants over to their parents is called as hybrid vigor or heterosis. And we have to maintain this hybrid vigor throughout the generations. Means how it is possible? Again, if you subjected these hybrid plants for again cross pollination, means there is no maintenance of hybrid vigor, again recombination of characters will be attained. So that's why strictly we have to maintain this hybrid vigor, means we have to subject these hybrid plants for self pollination or inbreeding program only. So to maintain the hybrid vigor, these plants should be subjected to only self-pollination. These hybrid plants will go for only self-pollination for several generations. For several generations. So, this is the fourth step of plant breeding program, children, which is very crucial and which requires scientific evaluation to select the hybrid plants which are having the desirable combination from the parents. Right children? And now we are going to learn the last step of the plant breeding program, that is testing, release and commercialization of the new cultivar. Now these hybrid plants are regarded as new cultivar, right?